I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a question where we'll try to find the quadratic equation from given conditions. The question here is a quadratic function has these characteristics. X equals to 1 is the axis of symmetry. X equals to 2 is x-intercept. Y equals to 2 is the maximum value. And what you need to also find is find the y-intercept of this parabola. Okay. So we'll begin with general form of the equation. So we'll say y equals to a times x minus, let's say p whole square plus q. Now from the given conditions, we can find all these values. So let's begin with the very first one, which says that x equals to 1 is the equation of axis of symmetry, right? So that is axis of symmetry, right? So here we'll write 1, since P gives you axis of symmetry. X equals to 2 is an x-intercept. We'll see how to use it. But y equals to 2 is the maximum value. So in the vertex form, this gives you the maximum value, which is 2 in our case. So using these two conditions, we can rewrite our equation as y equals to a times x minus 1 whole square plus 2. Doesn't make sense. So we got equation where a is unknown. How do we find a? To find a, we are going to use this condition, which is x equals to 2 is x-intercept. X-intercept means that the point is 2, 0. So I'm going to substitute this point here, which is 2, 0. So if I substitute, I get 0 equals to a times 2 minus 1 whole square plus 2. We have to only solve for x to get our equation. Is that clear to you? You can actually pause the video and continue solution from here. So let's rewrite and rearrange whatever we have done to this point. Now another important thing here is to understand that we have a maximum. So that means the graph of the parabola is going to be kind of like this. So we are expecting a to be less than 0, right? Negative value. So that's kind of a key to understand if our solution is correct or not. So let's take this equation to the right side. We get 0 equals to a times 2 minus 1 is 1, so plus 2. Right, so let me write here a times 1 square plus 2, and then we'll take it on this side. So minus 2 is the value of a, and we get the equation as y equals to minus 2 x minus 1 whole square plus 2. Is that clear? So that is the solution, and that is what the equation is. Now we'll move on to the next part of the question, which is to find the y-intercept. Okay, so now let's do this part, which is to find y-intercept. Y-intercept means x value is 0. So in our equation, we'll write x equals to 0 and calculate y, which is minus 2, 0 minus 1 whole square plus 2. And that gives you minus 2, and that is 1, right? Plus 2. So minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So that means the y-intercept is at origin. So that is what you get from this equation. So I hope it is absolutely clear. Now once you have that, you could actually sketch your graph very easily. Perfect. So the graph for you will be kind of, let me sketch it here. So we'll just sketch a graph slightly bigger. Okay. So I'm doing kind of reverse calculations here. Since we know that y-intercept is 0, so we could just sketch the axis right there like this. And this point here is at x equals to 1, y maximum value is 2, right? So that is the point. So all this information actually comes together with this particular condition given to us. So that could be a verification, correct? So that is how we could actually solve such a question. I hope you understand and appreciate what I've done. Feel free to share your views and comments. And if you really like and subscribe to my videos, that will be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.